Shout out to everybody for tuning in, man. This is the Spot Network, and we are back again for another episode of Manifest Mondays. If you don't know what Manifest Mondays is, now you do, and
Now
you
you
should
know.
know. But in case you don't, Manifest Mondays, we pretty much talking about everything that we manifest and that we bring into life. Nothing but positive energies, positive vibes, just like whether it be investing, whether it be talking about fitness, whether it be talking about like financial health, just mental health, whatever it is that we can do to improve ourselves each and every day, get 1% better every day. That's what we discuss. I'm one of the hosts. I'm DJ Zenas. That's my dog DG Diamond Grant, and that's my brother Ramon.
Yes, sir.
And again, we are the Spot Network, man. So today's episode, it's episode 108, man. That's a crazy 108 episodes of this thing. But today we're going to be talking about challenging yourself. Specifically different ways that you might challenge yourself on the day-to-day, maybe short-term and long-term challenges that you might face, and ultimately like what stems from that, right? Like I think without any type of challenge there is no growth, right? I always say like if life doesn't challenge you, like you won't change, right? And I think the whole idea of growing and improving is ultimately changing and evolving, right? So something that was quoted that I read earlier that I did want to touch base on is like, most people aren't stuck because they lack opportunity. They're stuck because they stop choosing discomfort on purpose, right? And so I think about it often. I think a lot of people choose what's easy, right? What's difficult, what's hard is hard for a reason, right? So that's the reason why most people don't choose it, right? But at the end of the day, you have to challenge yourself. So at what points do you guys find yourselves challenging yourselves?
That's a good question, Z. Great intro, by the way, too. Bro, I don't know. I just think for me, just overall, I think I'm the type of person I'm always looking for like room to grow and improve in almost every areas of my life. And I feel like once I reach a certain level, I look for areas to improve. Like even just in my personal life, right? Things that I'm doing, just overall, if you want to dive in deeper as a person, as an individual, I think I look for ways to like improve and challenge myself to grow and be better.
Mm-hmm.
In my relationship, in my friendship, in my business, and just overall professional life career as well. And lately too, what I've been doing to challenge myself in the professional setting, trying to what's the echoing? Is it the echoing?
No, you good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just for me right now, things I'm doing to like challenge myself on a professional level is to like get some certificate and license to just learn more about what I'm doing in regards to like finance. Like I'm actually studying for my CFA. I just recently got my life insurance license, like
For those that don't know what a CFA.
certified financial analyst
Mm.
license
Yes,
that
sir.
I'm working on. So just little things, that I'm doing each day to just improve myself overall, whether it's from a professional standpoint, in the gym, just little things each day to grow. Because my favorite quote, bro, we're like plants. If we're not growing, we're dying. So anything that I can do to like grow and be better, I'm doing that, because at the end of the day, I think just like if you challenge yourself, even though in the beginning it's hard, but once you overcome that, you put yourself in a better position. Whether it might be you getting a new job, having a new skill set to try something different, I think you grow, you learn more, and then there's more opportunity when you challenge yourself too. So that's something I feel like I try every day to just push myself and just be better in different areas.
Before we move forward, do you think that's something in you that you were just born with, or do you think that was something that was learned, as far as like I just always have to just like continuously push myself?
Man, I would say learn, because I'm not gonna say born, because I didn't know what the fuck I was born with. One thing I do know, I was born bomb. No, bro, I would just say, man, like once you reach a certain place in life, it's like you want more, because you know that more is gonna require more of you, right? It's like if you want to get to a certain level, you got to do more to get there, because you know that at this level, I don't have the skill sets to get to where I want to be. So I gotta like push and challenge myself to get over this hump, because I want more from life, right? So I feel like it just all boils down to like your motivation and your desire. Like for us, we want more. And we know that just by like, doing the bare minimum is not going to get us to where we want to be. So I feel like that's some of the motivation for me because I want more for my life, right? I want to be able to do more for my family and for myself. So more comes with like challenges and things that you got to do to get you to that next level. So I would say, nah, I don't think I was born that way, but I don't know, maybe I just think I just always, even as a kid, I just always desire just doing more things just to be better. But I don't think I was born with that. I think it's more about learning and just looking around you and just trying to be better and just want to improve people around you too. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your take on that, Ramon?
I'm gonna start with that. That was a good follow-up question, Z. I'm gonna start with that same question, just hitting on that. I think it's a little bit of both, man. I do think it's a little bit like some people I just feel like do to young age, they just almost have like a go-getter spirit. Like it's just it's hard to put your finger on it, but it's like from a young age, they like, man, they was a self-starter. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I've seen other people like kind of develop that later in life. So I do think it is a nature nurture thing. And I do think just hitting on that, like just Western society in general kind of pushes you to feel like it's like the natural pressures of just having to go get it. You know what I mean? Like I do feel like just being, from America, to be honest, it's like you just feel like it's a natural pressure to go get it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of, I think it's a little bit of both. If I had to lean on one for myself, I would say like I don't know if I was always a go-getter, you know what I'm saying? But I always was just focused. You know what I'm saying? So like it just, I guess the focus changed on what the actual focus is. You know what I mean? So I was always like a focused little kid. I wouldn't say I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't one of them kids selling lemonade, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the lemonade stand, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't that. But, yeah, I always was focused, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
but yeah, ways that I'm challenging myself, man. And this season for sure, we got the group chat, man, that we all been on as far as like working out, man. And I've always went on waves as far as like working out, but I really want to make it like a consistent lifestyle. So that's I'm challenging myself. The main goal for me is just to be consistent and make it like part of my lifestyle. That's my first like goal. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna raise the weight and all that as we move on. But you know what I'm saying? We aiming for 4 minimum, but 5 times a week. Getting workouts in, man. And it's funny. I was just watching an interview with James Clear yesterday, who wrote Atomic Habits. He was just on an interview kind of breaking down even more about Atomic Habits, but just talking about like even if you tell yourself you're gonna work out for 15 minutes, you're usually gonna work out longer than that. So just tell myself, like, if sometimes I'll be like, oh, I only got 45 minutes, I can't get to work out. But it's like if you tell yourself you got 15, you could usually just get something in, even on the days that it ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Get you 100 push-ups in or something. So I've been big on that, trying to get my about 5 times a week. I'm definitely going to challenge myself in that thing and make it a lifestyle change. I'm already frugal, man, but just this next year I want to push things to the next level as far as just like investing in things that are going to be just assets. You know what I mean? So I want to push myself to the next level in that, especially like investing in cash flow assets, and then also investing in skills that can actually pay more moving down the line too. So I know Diamond's big on that, so I'm gonna have to pick his brain, but that for sure. And I think other than that, just me and Z was talking about this a little bit. The last thing I'm gonna say here is I've been really thinking about trying, like, the moment when I leave the job, right? But I've been thinking about what I want my ideal day to look like when I get out of there. You know what I mean? What does it look like when I have no job? I want that day to look like. And my plan is to map out what I want a real day, my day to look like from top to bottom, and then kind of create a mini day out of it and do it after work. So if my whole day is 20, you know what I'm saying, like 16 hours when I'm up, make a mini version of that I could do after work now, and see if I could kind of split that in, whether that's workout, creative things, business things, and just make like a mini day after work. So I'm gonna really challenge myself to like be living how I want to live when I don't have a job, but just a mini version of that after work. So whether that's 4 or 5 hours that I'm just kind of like locking in on after work, doing things that I'm focused on. So that's
Is that something that you're doing now, or that's something you're going to be doing going forward?
I haven't done it yet. Like my goal is before the new year, I want to like map out what I want my day to look like, and then I honestly want to start it before the new year. I kind of hate going like trying to start things.
I like that idea. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
So like, how's it going to be like how are you going to structure? Because I do like that. So
yeah, I haven't really mapped it all the way out, but then like I was gonna get like a workout in the morning, do some creative time, knock out business things, and then do something relaxing or something, right? If that was gonna be like the long day of it, if it was gonna be 2-hour workout, 2-hour creative time, you know what I mean? If that was what was going to really be like on the big scale of things, then I wanted to look like a little version of that. So for 4 hours, like an hour workout, hour creative time, hour business things, hour relax. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like 3 hours here and there. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like a little baby day out of my ideal day. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say just like just a condensed version, like the Spark, whatever your ideal day is, just make a Spark Notes version of that, and then obviously you accomplish that after the end of the day or after work, what in between, whatever, however you plan on structuring it. But I like that idea a lot. We were talking about that earlier as well, and I was just like, yeah, that's fire. That's
so
fire.
why if I have a follow-up question then? So why if then when you like quit your 9 to 5, then are you still gonna like keep that, or you're gonna like create a whole new version of that?
Nah, it would just be that's like when you go from the Spark Notes to the full version, right? So that's this the long version. Now we can be creative for 3 hours. Now we could knock business out for 3 hours. Now we could, you know what I'm saying? Now I can really spend time on calls. Maybe that is like reaching out to people that you care about. Maybe that's what I mean, for some time in there. But really just I want to create a baby version of it, and then when I do sunset the job, be able to be like, this is the full version of it now. We done with the trial. We done with the trial, the 1 year trial version. This is what it really looks like. So just to kind of get in the zone of like what that day could look like. I think a lot of us want to leave our job, but we don't know like fully what would that day look like. You know what I'm saying? Like not just like when you off on a Monday after, for a 3-day weekend, if that's your full life, you got to have a really plan for it. You know what I mean? You got to be even more structured. So so I just want to be intentional about that. And I also want to say, I don't know if y'all have it open on y'all other screen, but we do have, a couple people that's like live on this one, and we getting a couple chats in there. So it's kind of cool to see the version of this now. I see Marco in there. He said he needs probably me, and it's probably because he said I need you to clean your cam. So I'm sure he's probably talking to me.
How do I see that? How do I go see that?
Yeah, I can't see the chat. It might be something that needs to be enabled because
no, it's not in the actual thing. You got to go to YouTube.
So okay.
Wait. In the Instagram chat or the YouTube?
You gotta go to the YouTube page.
No, I'm looking in the YouTube and it says continuous chat is off.
You might have to turn it on yours or something.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah. So what up, Caro? What up, Marco? We see y'all in there, man. I just had to shout y'all out, man.
Yeah, Z, you got iPhone, that's why.
No, I'm on my Mac. Chill.
Same difference. I'm on my Mac too, though. I'm on my Mac too.
And shout out to Marco in the building. What about you, Z? Oh, you still figuring out stuff out?
Oh no, that's weird.
I mean, I'm on my phone, so I'm not seeing it on my computer. I'm seeing it on my phone. So
Carol said we got to do it on Twitch or TikTok. We working on doing like a multi-stream soon, Carol, so we can see it in different places. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we can stream to different places at the same time. So we working on it, but right on for tapping in, though, man.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody who tapped in, man.
That's the one thing we've been missing. We've been going live. We haven't missed a week still. We've been on YouTube, but we've been missing, the fan from IG. So, we'll create a system that y'all could tap back in with us.
Yeah. We got to have our peoples with us, man. That's the whole idea of this, is to build community. But in regards to the question, so the follow-up question that I had initially asked is, do I think it's nature versus nurture? I think it's a little bit of both. I do think I do think you just naturally have to have a bit of that in you. Maybe it's something that you fully realize when you're young, but there has to be something I feel like that pulls that out of you, where it's just like, I just know I constantly have to be working towards like getting better every day. I know for me as a kid, I always like, I was obsessed with learning a new word every day. I was a nerd in that sense. Like, I would go through the dictionary or whatever the case may be, and I would find a new word that I didn't know, and I would like go out of my way to figure out how to like properly use the word, how to like, spell it, all that stuff. Like, I would go out of my way to learn a new word every day, because I just like, I knew what people thought of black people, right? It's just like, black people are ignorant. And I was like, I didn't want anybody to ever like call me dumb or ignorant. I was just like, nah, your boy is smart. So I would go out of my way to learn a new word just every day, right? Like, I was really intentional about that when I was younger. And I think it paid off. I think I have an all right vocabulary, right? I ain't got the most robust vocabulary there is out there, but it's solid, man. But I say all that to say, I just knew from a young age that I knew I was always just trying to figure out ways to just like improve, right? And figuring out ways to evolve and just find a better version of myself. And I think for a while I didn't realize why. Like, when I was younger, I just knew that like as I got older, I did recognize that I just didn't want to live an average life, right? Like, I think at some point I realized I was just like, I just don't want to be average, right? Like, I just, I can't even tell you why. I just know that I know what I'm capable of, right? And I know the potential that I have, and I know that in order to push that potential, I have to continue to like push myself, right? And so it was something that I like knew, but also like I had to nurture as well, and outside of that, just as, like, are we discussing like ways that we're specifically trying to challenge ourselves as well?
Right now, I mean, you can talk about the past is good, but like, what are some things you're doing currently now?
Yeah. So currently, I mean, definitely the fitness grind is we back in motion, baby. I'm trying to be bomb.com, boy, all day, every day, like whatever the previous version, like now we leveling up to a different degree. I gotta hold up. I got this as motivation actually on my phone. I'm gonna show y'all the version. I look at this as motivation like almost every day. I'm trying to be Aaron Donald. I look at that boy for motivation every day. I'm like, yeah, that
boy got the poster.
I'm like, yeah, like I look at that for motivation every day.
Build though, so that's a good.
We have similar builds, yeah. Like, and that's actually what I was talking to Ramon about, because I actually asked him, like, not saying that like, because comparison is always going to be the thief of joy, right? But like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's people out there who have similar structures as you. Like if you could, I guess, have your ideal structure, who would it be? Right? And I knew that for myself. I want to be like someone like Aaron Donald. Like, Aaron Donald is a freak, though. Like, the fact that this man is like, like 300 pounds, but has a 6-pack, and like, like it's nuts. Like, he's honestly just like a specimen. He's a rarity. But that being said, like, I think there's just always ways to like challenge yourself and just be better, right? And I know physically I could do that. Mentally, something that I want to challenge myself to do more in 2026, but even just like starting now, but definitely in 2026, is therapy. I started my therapy journey this year, and I only attended like a couple of sessions, but each session was really like, it truly was dope, right? Like, I think it was, I didn't have any like tremendous breakthroughs or anything like that, but it's dope to just like have those self-reflective conversations with somebody, not just like outside of your own head, right? With an unbiased opinion, right? So I definitely want to challenge myself to do therapy more this coming year. I definitely plan on challenging myself to really make that full leap, right? And into DJ and pursuing passions and all that full time, man. Like, I think that's really something that I want to see come into fruition in the next year, right? Like, just and becoming the best versions of ourselves. I think that's a huge piece of it, right? I think there's a lot of versions of ourselves that we see and want to see each and every day, right? Not just the one that we look into the mirror, but it's just like, I dream about like the best version of myself every day, right? Like every night. And I think every decision we should be making should be getting us a little bit closer to that version of whatever like the ultimate version is of yourself. I always think about was that Jet Li movie, The One? Like, you know, right? Like the whatever the one version of you is, like what would that person be doing, right? You know, and
Right.
so I think that's something that I think about a lot is how can I be just improving, you know, right? I definitely want to push myself creatively this year too, you know,
Mhm.
like I think just I've always been a very creative mind, but I want to like become a better DJ. You know, I want to learn how to scratch better. You know, I want to learn how to I think that's the biggest thing. Like I think everything else in regards to DJing I do well, but like scratching I really want to take that to the next level because I think that's what would really help elevate my sets, you know, I think more than anything. But also with music, man, I've never dropped an album. I've dropped an EP, but I've never dropped an album. So that's a big thing that I want to do this coming year as well. And just ways that I'm challenging myself to do that now is even just utilizing different tools, man. Like, I mean, you know, I showed Ramon, I just like played around with AI and granted, I think there's pros and cons to everything, especially when it comes to creativity and the use of AI within
Right.
creativity. But it is a tool, right? You know, and just some of the things that like you can actually create with AI, just like for in regards to music, and especially as somebody who knows music and understands it, it's great. Like it blew my mind. Like it opened up my world to a whole different level of creativity and things that I can accomplish. So I really want to push myself to just be more creative in this coming year as well. So I think that's a lot of the ways that I'm thinking of like challenging myself and even just doing it on the day to day, right?
Right. Now that's good. What do you guys think most people don't challenge themselves though? What do you guys think the reason why most people don't do that?
You saying why?
Yeah, why most people don't push or challenge themselves.
And I want everybody, if you're in the chat too, Kara, I see you in there, Marco. I kind of want to know what things that y'all working on right now too, just in ways that y'all challenging yourselves. But the reason I say why, I mean, not everybody really wants it. It's hard, bro. I mean, it's like nobody really wants to do the hard thing. You know what I mean? To be honest, it's like I think the people that do the hard things don't want to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
True.
it's just like I think they just have the discipline or the mind power to overpower the thought of like I don't want to do this workout. Like you said it, bro. Like, do you love going to the gym or do you just go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Just go, yeah.
you probably like once you're in it, you probably like getting the pump, but like you don't like just going to the gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you might, you know, like people like to sit down and actually watch their favorite show. Like they are cool to. They don't like the gym. So I just think it's just hard, bro. Like the simple part of it. And I think what happens is people kind of create things in their mind that they think they want. But the truth is, Z was talking about that, I think, last episode. It's like if you're not willing to put no effort into it, do you even really want it? Just be real. You got to be real with yourself at some point. Like, do I even want this? So some people might not even want that as a life. And I've been understanding that more. Is like some people, like there's a wave of people that want to leave the hustle culture of the US and go somewhere else where they can just chill.
Right.
Like, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't want to necessarily challenge themselves. They're like, for what? Like, I've been grinding for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to chill. That's why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't blame them now. That sounds good to me.
If they say why,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I think some people just don't necessarily want to, you know, but I do think a lot of people put unrealistic expectations for their lives when they're not really ready to put the work in too. So what's the other side of that, man? Just got to be real with yourself. What do you really want?
Yeah.
Right. What about you, Z?
I think most people just want what's easy in life, if I'm just being honest. Like, I honestly don't think a lot of people desire change. I think most people like want things to stay the same, unless it's like a drastic change. But drastic change only comes with like drastic measures, right? You know, and so that's why like going from like 0 million to 1 million is a huge drastic change, right? But it takes drastic measures. It takes a lot of in between to get from 0 to 1 million, right? You know, and so like if it's a small change, like for instance, me getting a 5% raise in my job, that's not as significant of a change, right? You know, like, so that's much easier to obtain. I think people just ultimately like to play it safe, and there's nothing wrong with that. I get why, right? You know, because playing it safe is easy to just, you know, to just work a job, continue to clock in and make a decent living, you know, raise a family, have a good life. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's easy, you know, right? But doing something that's like truly profound, you know, like I said, I mean, I think people desire those things. Like everyone wants to be financially free. I don't care what anybody says in life. Everybody wants to be financially free. If everyone could have the access to as many resources and just be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, everybody would do it, right? I don't care what anybody says. If you still want to work, great, still continue to work, but it's about having the option to, right? If I didn't want to work, that's the whole idea of financial freedom, right? You know, like you can still choose to do whatever you want, even if that means working, but it's about having the option. And, you know, like I said, I think people have this idea of like what that all looks like, but people only see the results. They don't see the failure and the mistakes and the literally falling flat on your face along the way, all those types of things. And it's just, it can be very discouraging, right? You know, I think about one of our ventures, Greek Party Tour. I remember our very first stop that we did with Greek Party Tour was a massive failure.
Yikes.
Was a massive failure, boy. Like when I tell you, like
the Kansas one?
Yes, that shit was a massive failure. And immediately, I'm not gonna say no names, but there are some people who were in our squad who immediately quit after that. And I don't blame them. That was after the first try. Our second one went crazy though. The second one was in Foco, like it went nuts, like right, like
500 people or something there.
Like, it was crazy, you know, right? But it's just like we just continued to we knew it was a good idea, even though it failed the first time. It was just like, we know this is still a really good idea, right? You know, even to this day, it's a great idea. Like I know it's a great idea because Russ, the rapper, his manager had inquired about performing at one of our events. So we know how great of an idea it was. Still is. But I say all that to say is like most people can't get over that initial hurdle to even finish the race. You know, right? Like how can you get to the finish line if you stumble at the first hurdle and don't even get back up, right? You know, like you fell and then it was just like, all right, well, I quit. Like I didn't even bother to finish the race. I'm just done. Right. And honestly, like the thing that separates the few from the many, and we talk about it all the time, man, is just literally just continuing to keep going. Right. That's the only thing. And most people give up too early, too easy. Because it's hard, you know, right? And I truly get it. Like failure, you know, just being continuously like rejected, whatever the case may be, like all that shit is truly discouraging. It can be disheartening. The most successful people in life have probably been told no more than anyone could probably ever imagine. You've probably been slapped in the face as much as you possibly can think of, you know, right? Like you've been down at moments where you might have been like dirt poor, you know, right? Like, but it's just the ability to just keep going. And most people don't want to subject themselves to that torment because in a way, success involves tormenting yourself because you know ultimately what you're capable of, and you'll go through almost anything to get there. But that also entails a lot of just disappointment. And most people just don't want to deal with that.
Right. I mean, disappointment can be hard though, right? Because when you try something, you put all your time and effort into it, and then that specific thing doesn't materialize, and people are like, yeah, I put in the time and resource, and it doesn't work out. I'm just not gonna like, you know, quit. And also too though, as you're going through the explanation, I was thinking, don't you think sometimes because people don't have the right people around them too, or the right tools to like get them started too, because they like want to push themselves, they want to do more, but sometimes it's hard if you don't have the right tools, you know, you don't have the right people around you to help you. For like us, I think I would say we've been kind of like privileged in the sense that luckily for us, we have been around the right people who always been doing more, right? And then the people who are doing things for themselves. So it's easier for us to like, hey man, like this is what I've been working on. I need help with that. You know, can you help me, right? And I feel like other people are less fortunate to have those people around them. So whenever they are doing something, just all them, and like you said, it's overwhelming, it's hard, things get really difficult sometimes. And then at the end of the day, they're like, damn, I tried to them, like I utilize all my resource. Like I don't know where else to like go, you know, so they just like stop.
Yeah.
But I think for us, like luckily for us, we just maybe like you said, we try a little bit harder too, but I think we've been blessed too to have the right people and the right connection around. So whenever we try a specific pursuit, when things gets harder, just because of our network, it's easier for us to like navigate and figure it out than that person who is starting up and doesn't have any like resource or any support system as well too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Shout out to Marco too, man. He said you have to be smart enough to go out and find the right people.
That's it.
That's what I wanted to touch. When you were saying that I was like, this we're distinguishing quality of us being privileged is that we all went to CSU. Right. Like, so part of it is the privilege. I do feel like I was, you know, we probably naturally had some privileges. I definitely came from a good family. I feel like that's the privilege. But choosing to go to CSU was a choice that we all made. That ended up we're seeing our network, which I think is more important than anything I learned at CSU. Is the network that I have now is more important than all that. So kind of just connecting to what Marco said, it is that important to be smart enough, whether it's going to college or just putting yourself in different rooms, going to conferences. You have to put yourself around the people that are going to do that for you, no matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think we are privileged, but it's because we made a choice too. It was partially natural privilege. We had the option to even go to college, but it was choice too, and we grinded through them years. If any of us dropped out freshman year, none of us would be as cool as we are now. Like just naturally, we finished it, and we was in that arena together, man. And that's where we built that connection. So that's big.
Yeah, I think piggybacking off of that, I'm glad you touched on that, P, because I wholeheartedly agree. I do think some people don't have maybe direct access to like the same type of network that we do, but are those people also challenging themselves to like put themselves in different spaces, in different rooms, and attend different types of events where they could find potentially those people who are like-minded, right? And I think, that's the thing about like that hometown mentality. That's the reason why I say I'll say it time and time over again. If you want to be truly successful, I feel like you have to leave where you're from. I genuinely believe that. Like you have
That's why I left Liberia, bro.
You feel me? Like I feel like if you don't ever leave home, you always know what's just comfortable. You know what so-and-so is doing on the corner. You know what probably is going to be popping off this weekend downtown. Ultimately where to get some good food, all that stuff. Like, just everything because you just know that area, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like, how can you truly grow and become this magnificent version of yourself that you see in your head if you don't ever try anything different, right? If you never leave your comfort zone, you're never going to be pushed to really know like what you're capable of. And of course we could have just kicked it in Denver, like we could have maybe gone to like somewhere else, like didn't have to go to CSU, whatever the case may be. But even while at CSU, we were still trying shit, right? We were still doing a bunch of shit, right? Even beyond that, like taking trips, right? Like I'll always refer to it, our spring break where me, Ramon, and Mare and just like this random ass group of people just ended up going to San Diego for spring break. And that was probably honestly like if you would have like you probably couldn't have even picked us all out, and like if you tried, you'd be like that was a random ass car, right? But it was just moments like that that's like ultimately like it's the reason why you end up growing closer. It's the reason why you have like these crazy hilarious moments and stories that like reflect back on and stuff like that. It's just because we tried shit, right? And so we could have easily just gone to CSU and did not try shit, didn't connect with nobody. We just could have been like in our books, just like you know, and there are some, we all probably know somebody from CSU who was like that. They didn't talk to nobody. They was just like very, very much a loner. And they're, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but like, you're also limiting yourself to like a lot of what can help you grow. And a lot of that is the people around you. You have to like be willing to like go out and allow that energy in too, though. And I think that's something that we do excel at. I don't think we stumbled across each other by like luck, you know, right? Like I think we intentionally tried shit, put ourselves in different positions, and just, you know, ultimately found the right people. But it took us being open and receptive to that too, though. Like some people are just like not willing to just go out and try shit, and even if they did find it, they wouldn't be receptive to it.
Right. No, I agree. That's a good tip too. And also, like, comfort feels good, bro. Comfort, like, it's like it holds you tight, you snuggle up in there. You don't want to leave comfort. Even like kind of what we've been talking about. We briefly talked about just like our transition in regards to like, you know, transitioning from like 9 to 5 and just focusing on like our purpose and the grind and all that. You know, thinking about that is kind of scary, right? Because at the end of the day, you're still used to having that paycheck every 2 weeks. You know it's going to be in your account. All those little things, you know, sometimes you get so used to those things, the comfort. But I believe comfort sometimes holds you back from your true purpose, man. And most of the people who challenge themselves, sometimes they got rid of that band-aid. They were like, you know what? This is good, but I want more. You know, and I feel like most people, it's hard because it's scary, right? To leave something that is so predictable to something that is unpredictable. Like you don't know. Because like we know, I know in 2 weeks I'm getting this, right? So if you leave your job, know that, oh, dude, I got to figure this out, right? Sometimes I think just the unknown part when it comes to like entrepreneurship, when it comes to just following your purpose, just because it's so unknown, most people don't want to like pursue it. They don't want to go after that because like, hey man, I know even like when it comes to change, I remember like I don't know, remember this when we were at CNA. Whenever there was a change, the older people felt some type of way about it. They wanted to keep doing the same thing, policy and procedure the same way, because I'm so used to doing this for 20 years. I don't want you to change this format. But for us, we were like, I just got to learn this again. It's okay. You know, I think just like most people are now willing to embrace change because it's hard. You got to like do something completely. And sometimes for me, it's hard too. And when you get something new, you got to figure it out. Like, man, I want to use this forever. I want to go back to my old model. But I think just over time, like we got to like push ourselves to get better. You know, we got to get used to like we're going to go through different changes in life, in our career and all those things. But I believe sometimes you got to like step away from good, bro, to get great. And that's the pursuit of 2026. That's what we're going to get to. You know, we all here, we got some goals that we're working on when it comes to entrepreneurship. We all work our 9 to 5, but we are finding ways right now. We're doing things that we're eventually going to step aside from that comfort and just go after like our pursuit and dreams. And to even being honest over here, talking about it, it's scary, right? When I even think about it. And also when you talk about that too, when you share your goals and vision to other people, sometimes they feel like they're looking out for you. They're actually afraid for you to take that leap of faith. They're like, you sure you want to do that? Why you want to do that? You know, and sometimes they try to like convince you that, hey man, no, you can still stay here. But sometimes, bro, you just gotta be like, you gotta believe in yourself and believe that if you put in the work and effort and resource, you're gonna make it work. Because there are other people out there who are able to figure it out. And I feel like sometimes we just gotta let go of fear and just go in pursuit of our goals. And that's coming up pretty much next year. That's what I'm going to do. You know, I'm not even going to say that's what I'm going to do. That's why I know it's going to happen, you know, next year. That's something that I've been thinking about it for a while. And I also like, I think I put myself in a position to be able to do that. It's not just impulse. I'm not just waking up one morning, fuck this shit, I'm not doing this no more. No, we've been planning for this for a long time. And I believe like next year, it's just going to be the time to just jump and just go all in, you know, instead of like trying to play it safe. Because you can always play it safe forever, man. Sometimes you just got to believe in yourself and take that leap of faith. And that's pretty much what we're going to do next year.
You got to be a bold motherfucker to take a leap, man. You really do. Like, I'm glad you touched on that, DG, because that was something you said last episode that really resonated with me too. Is like leaving good, knowing that great is out there, like, you know, and knowing that you're capable of greatness, right? You know, and so for a lot of people would say that's ungrateful, right? You know, like, well, why would you leave good? You know, right? Like, well, because I know that, like, I'm capable of it, or I know that greatness is out there. Where, well, why are you being ungrateful, right? You know, like, why should you just not appreciate what you have? And it's just like, can I not appreciate what I have while also pursuing more? Like, do those two, like, can two truths not exist at the same time? And I think that's the thing that, like, always, I guess, frustrates me when I have these conversations with people who are just like, you know, kind of like on that other side of just like, well, no, like, you should stay here and do this and do that. And I'm like, yeah, like, that's cool. Like, I could, but like, is that ultimately going to serve the version of myself that I know I'm capable of achieving, right? You know, that and oftentimes I don't feel like those versions can coexist, right? You know, at least the versions of myself, right? Like the version of myself that's at work and the version of myself that's trying to become like the greatest DJ on the planet, right? You know, I don't know if those two versions can exist at the same time, right? You know, like, I think that's what I've been trying to balance this whole time. And it's worked to a degree, but I just know that I'm capable of so much more. I mean, with just the little effort that I've put into thus far, you know, like in moving to Phoenix, I know what I've seen, what has been possible, right? You know, and that's just barely scratching the tip of the iceberg, like, you know, like, you know, and so it's interesting where it's just like, all right, well, like, what does that all-in version of me look like, you know, right? And I think to Ramon's point earlier, right, you know, like, what is that person doing? Tell me what that schedule looks like. What does your ideal schedule look like? And start breaking that shit down, you know, because that's ultimately how you really start to make those great moves happen in real time. So,
yeah.
And this, man, to touch on that I love this part of this conversation so much, because so many people like almost will try to deter you. And I like that the way that DG put it is like, some of people just don't want to see you win, right? That's honest. Some people don't, but some people do, and they think that they're giving you good advice. Right. I think, to be honest, we need to like normalize sometimes having a conversation without people thinking that you have to give advice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's not like, I think sometimes we be sharing and people just think naturally the next thing to say is what they think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like what they think you should do. And sometimes that's not the case. You could just be like, for sure. That's what's up. I like that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that person ain't like doing no wrong, sometimes that is the end of it. You know, it's another thing if we ask somebody like, what do you think of this? You know what I mean? And that's our fault at that point, because then they're gonna tell us what they think of it, right? Yeah. But to be honest, I think some people just be giving unsolicited advice that don't need to be there. So that's why I get why what did J. Cole saying that too deep for the intro, man. If they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down. For a long time, he said he didn't tell nobody he was rapping. You know what I mean? Just because if they don't know about it, they can't even shoot it down. Yeah. And you start to know, like, you after an amount of time, you know certain people that you can trust to go have that conversation with. If anybody, a lot of people trust me with conversations like that, and I get them all the time of like the thing that they really want to chase. They always reach out to me about that, maybe because it's like I do music, or they see me pursuing different things. So they always reach out to me about the real thing that they want to do, you know what I mean, Chase? And to me, I'm probably like the perfect person to go to about certain things, because I think anything's possible. I ain't never gonna tell you that shit's not possible, but I'm gonna tell you for sure that if you keep doing what you're doing, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like anything's possible. You tell me you want to, you know, start a podcast, I might send you a mic. I remember my cousin told me she wanted to start it when I sent her a mic for Christmas. I'm not gonna tell you that's not a possibility, but I am gonna tell you, like, too much planning and no working towards it, you need to do something. You know what I mean? So I just think that, like, I take a realistic approach to like unrealistic things. Yeah. I think that's kind of the way I like to move. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And also, I just want to take another take on that. Also, sometimes they giving you advice is not always bad, right? Because there's sometimes people who know you, what you're good at. And because at the end of the day, let's say if I'm like, I don't know, if I wasn't a good dancer, if I want to like quit everything I'm doing and say, hey, you know what, bro, I want to be a dancer at like 45 years old. I hope my friends should be like, bro, you know, you sure you want to do that? Do you have the skill set? They shouldn't just encourage me, like, oh, bro, go ahead and do it, right? I would like for them to, like, you know, why make you want to do this? You know, do you have the skill set to do this? Like, you know what you're leaving, right? So sometimes not always bad when they're like, you know, trying to like understand why you're making the decision, because they don't know your vision, right? They don't know what you're capable of. They don't know. Maybe I used to dance when I was a teenager. I just stopped doing it, right? Sometimes they don't know in details, right? So usually they're always like, they're looking out for you because they want you to be safe. But you know what you're capable of, right? So if you believe in yourself, you know what, hey, I'm good at dancing. I want to do this. I want to pursue this. Then, leave that corporate job, or like, don't pursue that business and go be a dancer. But sometimes I think not all advice are wrong, right? Because sometimes they can guide you, they can put you in the right direction. You're like, you know what, bro? I know you want to do this, but you got to think about it at this stage right now. You're not going to be a professional athlete. I know it's a dream to play in the NFL. You don't quit your job and say you want to try out for the Denver Broncos. It's not going to work. So it's not going to work. I know, I get it. Maybe you can be the coach. Maybe you can, get your personal training license and maybe do that. But don't quit. Say you want to like be the freaking quarterback. It's not going to work. Yeah. So sometimes like we might have some unrealistic goals and things that we never thought through it. But having the right people around you sometimes can give you guidance and kind of like make you look at things from a different perspective and help guide you, because they actually care about you. But then there are other people like you addressing that. Sometimes they don't want to see you win, bro. They just want to see you guys stuck in the same situation. So whenever you're trying to elevate, bro, they're just going to put you in a box. Or you want to does music. Why are you talking about finance? Like, you're a musician. I feel like those are the people you got to watch out for. Like, nah, bitch, I can do whatever. I'm versatile. I never have the skill sets. I can do that. So I feel like I just want to just make that clear sometimes, because there are some people who are actually looking out for you. They just want to make sure you're doing good. They don't want to see you like, leave all the good. Because there have been some stories that people who thought they're like, oh, I saw some posts on Reddit. People, when it comes to entrepreneurship, like this person left their job and they pursued a business idea. It didn't work out. Now they're going back to the job. There's always been like stories like that. People who tried the other and didn't work out. So it's just always good to look at things from like both perspectives as well.
Yeah. But, I think on the other, like, not that I'm saying I'm on the other end of that. Like, I do think people, at least genuine people who truly care about you, like, do typically try to offer genuine advice too, right? Like, at the end of the day, they want what's best for you. It's just they want their version of what's best for you, right? And a lot of that has to do with comfort, right? And the thing about challenging yourself and really pushing yourself, which is the whole idea of this episode that we're talking about, is a lot of it is unpredictable, right? Like that's the thing about success and greatness that people just don't talk about enough. If everybody knew what they were capable of and knew, like, if they put this much effort into it, they would achieve this, everybody would do that shit. Everybody would be successful.
Some people are lazy. They could do that shit.
Wouldn't do it. I don't do it.
I'll say a lot more people would. Like, if most people knew how exactly to get $10 million and they knew they had to put like 11 years worth of effort into it. Now, would all of them do it? No, but I think a lot more people would, though, is what I'm saying. If it was, if the shit was like even further, more. Facts. But I say all that to say, like, predictability, like, that's a huge piece of it, right?
I agree. Yeah.
People don't like variables, right? Like, they don't like what they can't control, and they don't like what's unpredictable, which is the reason why they tell you don't do that shit, because there's too many variables with that, right? Just like you said, the person that, your coworker or whoever was just like, yeah, I'm gonna like leave my job and start this business venture, and then they fail, and then 2 years maybe they're back to working there again. And it's just like, then, oh, you right back here, glad to see you here. There'd be the people who be like, oh yeah, we knew you'd be back.
Happy that you're back.
Oh, we knew you'd be back, type of deal. And it's just like, but in that 2 years, little did you know that regardless if you deem my business as a failure or not, I still learned so much more during that time and how to start my own business. And yeah, I may have failed, but I know what it might take to succeed the next go around, right? Not everyone started one business and succeeded. Like, I assure you, most people who have started a business did not hit gold, did not strike gold on their first business, right?
Guaranteed.
Like, I can guarantee you that. And the thing about it is like I said, I mean, that's what challenging yourself entails. Is it's a lot of unpredictability, it's a lot of volatility, right? There's a lot of ups and downs, right? Like, there's nothing about it is comfortable, right? And that's the thing, is like the reason why so many people edge on the side of comfort is because it's just easy. Like I just know that like at the end of the day, there's just a lot more that I can control, right? You know, and honestly, sometimes people don't want to be in control, you know, right? Like some people don't want to structure their days. They're like, well, look, I go to work because it gets me out of the house and I don't be doing shit else, right? You know, like that's cool too. Like, you know, right? Whatever that might look like. I mean, cool, but like the thing about challenging yourself, pushing your boundaries, really like going out and giving it your all, is that shit is scary. You know, that shit is nerve-wracking. That shit, nothing about it is certain, right? You know, I'm trying all of this and I don't know whether it's going to work or not, but
Right.
I'm willing to do it because I love it that much. Like, I just know this is ultimately, like, you know, it's that comfort versus calling, right? I could be comfortable, but my calling is telling me that I need to be doing this, right? And you're always trying to like have that, you have that internal battle with yourself every day, right? Every day that I'm at work, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, right? Like some days are more tolerable than others. I'm not going to sit here and say like my job is the most awful job on the world, on the planet. I'm not saying that. But almost every day I'll be waking up like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I know this just does not align with like my calling, right? It's that comfort versus calling. It's the comfort of paying my bills, right? I know that at the end of the day, I could pay my bills, I could be sustainable, I can maintain, I could do this, I could do that, right? But I know that ultimately, regardless of how long I work this job, I will never be the version of myself that my calling is telling me that I need to be, right? You know, so at one point, something's got to give. That comfort versus calling. Which one is more important? Is it the comfort or is it the calling? Right? You know, and so I'll say at this point in my career and at this point in my life, I will say my calling is much more important.
Can I ask y'all a quick question, man? Because we're on the subject to challenge yourself. It made me think about something. It made me ask myself a question I want to ask y'all, right? Do y'all ever find yourself overestimating yourself?
Hell yeah. I think so, but like at the same time, I don't know if I'm overestimating because maybe I do. I'm not gonna lie. I might be overestimating myself sometimes. Like if like I might go into the gym and be like, I could bench 400 pounds right now, you know, right? Like I might be overestimating a little bit, you know, right? Like
I mean, is that overestimating though? Because if you put in the work, you can do it though.
Like, you like in my mind, I know I know that I can do it, right? Maybe not right now, but if I hit the gym hard for like the next 3 months, I could probably bench 400 pounds, you know, right? Like shit, who knows? I might be able to bench. Nah, I'm not gonna sit here and lie on the live like that. Who knows? Maybe I could. I don't know, but
no, you could. I mean, if you train, my thing, the reason why I say it's not overestimation in the sense that if you train for that, you can make it work.
Absolutely.
It's within your realm. It's not impossible, right? Like the goals and things that we're trying to like pursue or that we're thinking about, it's not out of reach. So for me, it's not overestimation. Maybe we don't have the right skill set yet, or there are things we're not doing to get there, but it's possible. So I don't think like because before, like most of my goals used to be like, man, I don't know if this shit's gonna happen. But now I'm actually like, oh shoot, I accomplished some goals. Like looking back 6, 7, 8 years ago, when I've been like, I don't know how I'm gonna get here. So now it's like I can accomplish these things if I do whatever it takes to get there.
Yeah. And the thing about Ramon's point earlier, I think I can achieve anything, right? You know, like I do genuinely believe I'm capable of anything that I put my mind to, right? I'm not saying like, oh, I can go and be an astronaut right now. No, I could not. But if you let me train for about like 5, 6 years, I might be able to go up in space for like about 7 minutes, you know, right? Like who knows, right? I don't know, right? You know, but like I do believe that I am like that emboldened that I believe that I can do damn near anything on this planet. Now, do I believe I can walk on water? Absolutely not. No, that is just something I know that I absolutely cannot do, right? You know, it's physically impossible.
Right.
But anything that like is damn near physically possible and probably someone else has attained, and sometimes maybe even other people haven't attained, I think I'm capable of it because I just know what I am capable of. And maybe that is overestimating myself. Like I think it depends on who you ask, right? Because like I think the average person would tell you you are overestimating yourself, right? You know, but like if you're surrounded by people like us, like you know, right? Like if I went and told you, Ramon, that like, you know, if I really wanted to, I could open up my own restaurant, you know, right? Like you might be like, shit, well, you probably could, but like, what you gonna do to make it happen, right? You know, like you might not tell me that like it's not possible, but
Right.
it's gonna be difficult, is what it is.
Right.
I don't know if that's necessarily like overestimating myself, or if that's just like understanding that, to DG's point, is just like I lack the skill set now, but that doesn't mean that I can't gain that skill set though,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things I would say, you know, if I was like, certain things I would say, I'm not going to be able to physically do it, right? You got to know your limitations and all that. But when it just comes to like business, entrepreneurship, success, and all those things, like we can accomplish those things. There are certain limitations, because if you say right now, hey, DG, train for 5 years, there's no way I'm going to be able to play in the NBA. It's not there's no way, unless just put me in and just let me play. But to say I'm going to have like whatever it takes to be like the best NBA player ever, I don't think I have what it takes. But when it comes to like business, you say, hey man, can you make 100 mil? Like I believe that I can do that, you know, in my lifetime. I believe I can do all these extra stuff, you know, because those things are like within my skill sets, right? So that's kind of like the overestimation I'm talking about, you know. But I know you got to know what you're good at. You got to know your strength and your weaknesses, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like, just with that being said, there's no such thing as overestimation, bro. Because at the end of the day, there are some people who now, like for example, like Tom Brady. I'm sure when you ask him his rookie year, like, oh, do you envision at the end of your career is going to be like that? You're going to retire with 7 rings? Probably would. I probably like, I don't know. You know, sometimes you don't know what you're capable of until you actually start doing things, bro, and stuff, and things start like taking off. So that's why for me, like I believe that if I put my, like Z was saying, if I put my mind to anything that's within my realm, within my skill sets, I'm able to like be good at it and succeed and do exceptional well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Ramon?
Yeah, so it's a two-parter for me, and I like the way y'all broke that down. The thing I was thinking about was, it's probably almost necessary to overestimate yourself to get certain things done. Because if you underestimate yourself, you just don't think you can do it. So I think it's necessary to do it, first off.
Yeah.
But the second piece is, I would say yes, that I definitely do. And it's not that it's kind of like what you was talking about, Z. You probably could open a restaurant, probably could be an astronaut. I think where I become the overestimator is thinking I can do all of them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the overestimation comes sometimes. Is like, I think I could do that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I could do all of them right now. I could probably do any of them right now, but not all of them right now. And I think that's the thing that I had to kind of be real with myself, is like, you know, you have to scale back on certain things to make certain things actually work.
Yeah.
Right.
You might not be able to do 15 things simultaneously, the perfect amount. This is always going to require more. You playing, you know what I'm saying, whack-a-mole at this point. You know what I'm saying? You just like everything popping up, as opposed to just focusing in, and you know, it's damn near archery. You focus in and get that one hit. You know what I mean? So I think that's where my overestimation comes from. Is like too many things. That's what it's been throughout life. It's like too many of them. And it's like it just really needed some, you know, they could have all worked. But I think I'm a natural overestimator. But I also think that it's necessary to get done with. You can't get 100 mil DG if you don't think you can, right? You know, like it is probably overestimation right now, but it's like you could, you know what I mean? So but you can't. You definitely can't. You don't believe it, like unless you just hit the lotto or something. So.
And the person who got 100 M's probably like they overestimated and said, "I'm gonna be a billionaire," right? You know, even if you fall short, like I can be a billionaire. Shit, if I only hit 250 M's, I'd be like, you know what? I won though.
And the latter, and there are people who got 100 mil right now. We're dumber than us, and they got 100 mil. So
surely not as bomb. Surely not as bomb.
That's why I'm saying, like, sometimes you never know, man, because I'm sure that person, like, because when it comes to success, sometimes you put in the work. There are sometimes people who like do the bare minimum and they get lucky, right? And there are sometimes people who work so hard 5, 6, 7, 8 years and they don't get to that level. You know, we're all gonna have different results. My thing is, it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel inside and what it is that you want to accomplish. if you say, because we all have different aspirations. Some people, you know what? Some people, like for them, we're talking about 9 to 5. Some people are like, you know what? Hey, I just want a cool 9 to 5, go home, come home from work, hang out with my family. I don't want any other responsibility. And to them, that's okay. So it just all depends on like what your personal goals are and what it is that you envision for yourself, you know. So I think it's just kind of like with the overestimation too, how that tied into that is a little different because at the end of the day, if you truly believe, like, you know what, hey, this is the life I want. I don't want a lot of pressure. Like entrepreneurship is a lot of work for me. I don't want to do all that. I'm okay with right here, retire, get my 401k, 65 years old, retire and take my vacation, go to Italy. That's my life right there. That's my American dream. And that's okay, you know. But for us now, like we were thinking way bigger than that. Like we want properties overseas. We want this investment account. We want to be able to do these, make these trips. Like Z want a penthouse. We want to live in the billionaire row.
DG want a penthouse. I do not want a penthouse.
I do.
I want a commune. That's what I want. I want a
right,
commune.
I do want a penthouse. The bottom say it's to me. I don't know. Is that overestimation when it's possible to me? Because like I don't know, maybe a little bit delusional, right? But I just believe that.
But you have to be delusional, like
right.
like to that point, like you have to be delusional, like because the average person would be like, DG, you can never own a penthouse. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, right? You know, like that's what the average person would tell you.
Especially if they asked you when you was in Liberia.
Right.
If you was like at 40 years old, I'm gonna have a penthouse. They'd be like,
right.
dream on, Diamond. You know?
This guy, look at this guy.
But it's true. Like, going back to that. But sometimes people like if you're not someone who is like strong-minded, sometimes people can deter you and discourage you from your purpose, bro. Because imagine like you just have your dream and then everyone around you, bro, you suck. You're not gonna be able to do this. But that's why sometimes like you gotta like ignore the noise outside and just focus on what's inside of you. If that burning desire is telling you to like keep pushing, keep going hard, no matter what other people are saying, bro, like, because like human beings, we sometimes say, oh, I don't care what people say. We do care about what people say. Because I do care about what people say. That's why sometimes I wouldn't just want to cuss and say some profound words, right? Because I care about my reputation, all that. So we do care with a caveat. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't care when it comes to like things that we feel inside our goals. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only one who really know what I'm capable of. My friends, my girl, my family don't really know. So at the end of the day, if I say, you know what, I'm gonna start this financial firm. If people around think I'm not good enough, like I have to like learn to ignore those noises and just focus on my ability and just do things that I know within that I'm capable of to help me get there. But I feel like sometimes people are around you and just things you hear, man, sometimes just discourage you from like doing something different. And it's scary sometimes, guys. And they like you want to do it, but you're afraid because like, damn. And also just the thought of failure, right? When you feel what other people are gonna say, when you feel once you like take that leap of faith and things doesn't work out right away, sometimes we are concerned about what other people are gonna say. Of course. Just even though it never happened, the thought of that sometimes deter us from like taking that next step and actually trying that because we're so concerned about things that that maybe would never even happen.
Yeah.
But we just, become afraid.
Yeah.
And not want to do that because other people might look at us a certain way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it can be a little discouraging too, right? Because I guarantee you, like, if I went to like any of my friends in New York right now and I told them like, look, I'm gonna have $100 million one day. There's probably a few of them who would be like, all right, like most of them would be like, nah. But I mean, that's not even like taking a shot at anybody, right? Like it's just what people think you're capable of. People don't really truly know your potential, right? Like they just don't. Like it's the thing about it being your potential is you're the only one who can see it. It's your vision, right? And the thing about it is just like, that internal external battle, right? Like because like externally, like you might be scared of like what other people might think and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like you have to raise your standards before you can raise your goals, right? Like if my goal is 100 M's, I have to ultimately believe that I am the person who's capable of doing that. So I have to raise my standard that this is what I am shooting for. I am capable of this before I can achieve that goal. you have to raise your standards before you can raise your goals, because
That's all.
goals are external, standards are internal. I know what my standards are. I know like that ultimately, yeah, may I be delusional, right? Some people may view me as delusional, but it's because my standards are just so high. I know the standard that I hold myself to. I know the standard that I hold y'all to. I know the standard that I hold all the people around me to. And I know at the end of the day, those standards are extremely fucking high, like through the ceiling. And is that aiming too high? Maybe, right? You know, but I know that even if we fall short of whatever that goal might
Right.
be, I know that our standards are just going to continue to raise along the way. So like, if my standard right now is 100 M's and I hit 50 M's, right? Great, cool. Now I'm going to shoot for 1 billion now, right? Like now I may not hit 1 billion, but I just hit 200 M's, right? You know, let's
Right.
continue raising that standard, right? All right, like, you know, and it's not that it's coming from this level of like lack of gratitude. It's just that I know that I can just continue to raise the ante. I can continue to raise the bar for myself and the people around me. But that all starts with me. It starts with my standards, and your goals will reflect your standards at the end of the day.
That's a bar, brother. You was cooking just now. We definitely chopping that up, man. Instagram, we can get some pieces. Wow, some bars there.
Yeah, I know we're getting close to that time, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
We are.
We got a would you rather today, or where we at?
We got one. It's not the best though. Like it's an all right one. But anyways, I'm gonna ask it anyways. So this is the Spot Network. You know what we're gonna do each and every episode. We're gonna put y'all on the spot, man. You know, so that being said, we're gonna ask you this or that question. It's meant to spark debate. It's meant to get you thinking, right? You know, really push you to think outside the box more than anything. That being said, today's episode was all about challenging yourself, right? So, would you rather know the extent of your fullest potential and fall short, or just never know at all?
Damn. Like,
So I'm asking that question again. Would you rather know the full extent of your potential and fall short, or just never know at all?
yeah, that's a hard one.
Good. That's not that bad. That's not that. That's a hard one.
Know your full potential, but you fell short, or not know
If
at
you
all.
don't, so are you saying if you don't know it, then are you gonna accomplish it, or you just don't never know?
You just don't know.
if you did or not.
You just don't know.
Ignorance is bliss, brother. I'm going with that one.
Rather not know.
That one, because I know what type of work and I'm gonna put into anything that I'm gonna do already. So it's kind of like if I didn't know what my potential was, it doesn't matter. Like I would be good with what I did. You know what I mean? I left it on the field. It's like what somebody can't tell. You know, like if somebody gave they all on the court or on the field, you can't tell somebody what your potential was. Like they know I gave it all. They know if they didn't. They know if they didn't. So yeah, to me, I'm good with not knowing.
Man, that's a hard one. I mean, I would rather know. At least then I feel like it could sit right with me. I'm like, you know, hey, I give all that I can possibly get, and I didn't get what I wanted. At least I know I give it all. Yeah.
Like let's say, you know, like your the extent of your fullest potential was 100 M's, but you only made 4, right?
Yeah.
You know, you fell short, right?
Right.
96 million short. Is that, are you still satisfied though? Like,
yeah, I think I'll be okay with that. Knowing within myself, I give it all. Yeah, I think so.
I think if I knew my potential though, I wouldn't be satisfied. If somebody told me like this is what you're supposed to do, and I just didn't do it, I feel like I'd never be satisfied.
Facts.
I mean, it's like what I'm looking at is like you try, you give it all, right? It's like a game. You know, sometimes when you play games, you're like, hey man, I did everything. Sometimes like I went all in. I did everything I could possibly do. I don't think I could do anything better, and I didn't win that championship. To me, I feel good, you know, knowing that I give it all. I went out there and busted my ass. I give it all that I can possibly give right now. I left nothing out there, and I didn't win. You know, so I'd rather I don't know. yeah, people be like, oh, you ringless, like, you know, one of those NBA players, like, you don't got no rings.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
have-
be able,
yeah, I
I'm not
have
gonna be able to
potential to
go
have-
conversation though, but
Yeah.
at least within myself, I know I give it all on the court.
Yeah, I think in both instances you can still say you gave it all.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Facts. Facts.
But there's something about the one about knowing and not getting it that makes me think like, did you give it all? Because
Right.
how did you know it and not get? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, because the reason why though, because I believe sometimes things are just out of our control, right? Like no matter what we do, sometimes it's just out of our control. There are certain things that you can do, like you can do everything right and still fail. Sometimes it could be timing, it could be so many other factors that we cannot control. That's how I'm looking at it, right? So
lot of
knowing that I
variables.
did everything right, and then it's like worst case scenario, right? It's like, God forbid, something crazy happened, cancel, whatever. Like, hey man, I did everything that I could do on my own to still live a healthy lifestyle. I
Mhm.
feel like I'm gonna be okay with that, knowing that I did everything I could possibly do to be okay. But shit, I was just dealt a unlucky hand. Shit happens. I think I will be okay with that.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why when it comes to like alcohol, I like being like, I never gotten drunk before because I can fathom, or I wouldn't be okay. God forbid if I ever got drunk and something happened. I don't think I can live with that decision, knowing that I wasn't fully aware of what I was doing. But if, God forbid, if I'm doing everything right, if that happened, I'll like, you know what, hey man, I wasn't drinking, I was doing everything right. Shit happened. I'm okay. I can process that better in my head than the latter.
Mhm.
So that's why for me, I would take that.
fair take. Well, you got what is he? We got the split decision so far, man. What side?
Tennis versus tennis.
Tenders versus tenders, baby.
Tennis.
I'm taking the latter. I'm taking the never knowing, because I feel like the knowing piece, it takes the element of surprise out of it, right? You know, like I'd like to like know, like I'd rather just like experience it in the moment and be able to celebrate those wins.
Right.
Just like ultimately, you know, because I feel like if you take out that element of surprise, that's where I feel like that like disappointment and shit might
Right.
come from. Like if I know, right? You know, so like I'd rather, like, ignorance is bliss. I'd rather just not know, and it's just like shit. In that same exact instance, like if I aim for 100 million and only accomplish 4, like could it have been my potential? Maybe, but it's just like shit. I'm up 4 M's, fam. Like you know, I'm happy as fuck, right? You know, but like in that first instance, if I knew that I was capable of, like, I absolutely knew without a doubt that I was capable of 100 M's and I only achieved 4, there might be like, damn, like, well, there might be like some like there might be some there might be a lack of gratitude where I'll be like, well, fuck, like, why the fuck am I only like, why the hell am I only at 4 M's? Why the fuck don't I have 100 M's, fam?
Right.
Like, you know, so yeah, I think just not knowing, I'd rather just figure it out on the way, you know, right?
I agree.
Like,
That's a good take. I like that.
yeah, I like the element of surprise, man.
Right.
Shout out to Jocelyn. She pretty much said the same thing. She said, "Not know, because you wouldn't experience the addition of disappointment." So that's, I think we was all on that same side of like, not only did you not get there, you knew you could have.
And you should have with your bitch ass, DG.
Hey, but life happens, man.
Like back in, man.
Life happens, you know what I'm saying?
Z put that perfect of just like never really being satisfied with the win. It's like every milestone would just be like a stepping stone. And
Right.
some people might say that we kind of move like that now, right? Like, you know, like every milestone is a stepping stone and we don't feel like we're there. But you know, we're good with the pursuit, you know. So
right. Yeah, no, I like you guys' approach too. That was good for me. It was just like going all in on something that you believe in, even though you didn't get there. But at least I can say, hey, man, I went all in. I did it, you know.
And it would give a lot of people. It would give a lot of people probably need to know.
Yeah, I need to know
more of like you could do so much more than what you're doing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That probably would help a lot of people, to be honest. You could do a lot, you know. So I feel you on that.
Well, yeah, I like the way you said too, Z. Just like not knowing the surprise element. that got me a little bit. I like the surprise element too on that one.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Perfect.
Well, this is definitely been a great episode, man. It's our first time shooting the link over to everybody on IG. So we got a couple people that tapped in. Shout out to Josh, shout out to Marco, shout out to Carol. And at one point I seen us up to like 9 viewers live. So I don't know who else was in here. The silent watchers, shout out to y'all too, man. Y'all mean just as much.
Right.
But yeah, we appreciate everybody for tapping in. We on YouTube now. Like, this is where we live now. This is where we at.
This is the way we live.
You know, this is the way
I live.
Yeah, so yeah, but we appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Y'all got any final words for him?
Man, my final word, just keep pushing yourself, man. Just like every day, just look for little things around you in your personal life that can challenge you to get better. And like my 30 days goals lately going to New Year, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. every day to like study. So that's something I'm doing to like challenge myself daily to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say. I just say, man, if you feel like you're capable of more, just try, man. Just challenge yourself, whatever it is, whether it's one more rep, whether it's just like, you know, eating a little bit better one more day, you know, whether it's investing one more dollar, you know, right? Like whatever that is for you, you know, just writing a song a day, you know, or trying to, like a song a week, whatever it is, man, just try, you know, right? Like I think we all get caught up in that analysis paralysis, right? Where we just like overthink everything and just don't end up doing anything.
Right.
I've been guilty of it just as much as anyone else, right? You know, as the next person. But at the end of the day, I think the more that you just try and the more that you'll figure out along the way, and you'll be surprised at like the growth and what ends up coming from just trying, right? You know, like I think the more that you challenge yourself, even though it's not easy. Now, when I say challenge yourself, and all of us are talking about this, right? We're not saying go and like burn yourself out to death, right? That's not what we're saying when we're talking about challenging yourself. We're talking about just like little small percentage changes that can like just make a huge impact in the long term, right? You know, just for instance, like DG said, waking up at 5 a.m. every day instead of 6 a.m. every day, that's an hour difference, but like there's a lot that can be accomplished in that hour, right?
Right.
You know, that may seem like an incremental change in the short term, but in the long term, that's massive differences, right? You know, like that's a lot of hours over time that like he was putting more effort into certain things. And so, you know, like I said, I mean, if you know that you're capable of more, just try more shit, you know, just push yourself to just try a little bit more because you're worthy of it. So
Right.
Overestimate yourselves, man. Overestimate yourselves, man. You got this shit, man, to be honest, man. And to be honest, if you don't feel like you got the circle that's pushing you, tap in here every week. We'll do that for you.
Yeah.
We'll be that circle if you need it. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
continue to tap in, man. So
yeah. But appreciate everybody who tapped in, man. Truly, it means so much. Thank you for everybody who was present on this episode, and even the people who have been rocking with us from the beginning or from whenever you joined us. If this was your first time, welcome, right? You know, but again, we're the Spot Network. We'll be here every Monday, man, you know, having conversations just like this, truly pushing ourselves, bringing out the best in each other, and ultimately just building community, man. You know, so that's what we're all about. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow and share all the above, and tap in with us next week, man. Until then, continue manifesting, continue being great, and we'll see y'all next week.
yes,
All right,
sir.
fellas.
All
Take
right,
care,
y'all.
guys.